Hi everyone, welcome back to Boys Trading Toys. I'm Bao Singh, and today we're going to be talking about a watch brand that needs no introduction. So Rolex. Whether you're into watches for the style, the investment, or just because they're cool, Rolex has to be one of the top tier. Now why is that though? So what makes Rolex stand out in a world full of luxury watches? Let's dive in and see if we can find out why Rolex is considered one of the kings of the watch world. So believe it or not, Rolex wasn't always Swiss. It started back in 1905 in London thanks to a guy named Hans Willdorf. He had a vision to make wristwatches back when wristwatches weren't really a big thing, that were accurate or sleek. Now fast forward a few years, Rolex moves to Switzerland and boom, by 1910 his first wristwatch gets a chronometer certificate, precision. So basically, Rolex becomes known for both being stylish and reliable, and that's how it all started. Let's talk about why Rolex is more than just a name. It's about innovation. Here are a few big game changers they introduced. So, first being the Rolex Oyster case. In 1926, they dropped the Oyster case, the first waterproof watch case. I know it sounds basic now, but back then that was a total game changer. It proved it worked. They had a swimmer wear it while crossing the English Channel, and yes, the watch was totally fine. No water ingress, no problems. Second, the perpetual movement. So that came up in 1931, where Rolex became an automatic perpetual movement, which is self-winding from just wearing it, so it didn't need to be manually wound. This set the bar for automatic watches that we know today. Number 3, the Submariner and the GMT Master. Then there's the iconic models. The Submariner in the 1950s became the go-to dive watch, and the GMT Master, that's the one where the pilots wore to track different time zones. They didn't just make watches, they made tools for pros. Why Rolex is such a big deal? Okay, so there's the real question. Why is Rolex such a massive deal? Well, it's not just the tech that it brings. Rolex is basically everywhere you want to be. It's been at the top of Mount Everest, the deepest in the ocean with the divers, the Mariana Trench. It's been all over the sports world. You see it at Wimbledon, F1 races, anywhere that screams elite. And let's not forget the celebs. From athletes to actors, everyone has a Rolex on their wrist. Models like the Daytona, the Datejust, and Submariner. Those aren't just watches, they're status symbols. They say, I've made it. Oh, and here's a fun fact that some Rolex even go up in value. And yes, wear it today, sell it tomorrow for more. It's like wearing investment on your wrist. So, what keeps Rolex so fresh after all these years? It's a mix of staying true to their roots while still pushing the envelope. They haven't messed with the formula, they just keep refining it. That's why Rolex from 40 years ago can still look just as good, if not better, than a brand new one. And at the end of the day, owning a Rolex isn't just about timekeeping, it's about owning something that lasts, something that has been through history and will still be there decades from now. Okay, that's it for this episode of Boys Trading Toys. I hope you got a little more insight as to why Rolex is such a powerhouse in the game. Now, whether you're in it for the style, the history, or the investment, there's no denying that Rolex is a real deal. Now, whether you like it for the style, the history, or the investment, there's no denying that Rolex is a real deal. That's it for the episode of Boys Trading Toys. If you're enjoying the podcast, please hit that subscribe button, leave us a review, and comment below. We'd love to see your Rolex or any other timepiece you may have, and please tag us at hashtag Boys Trading Toys. We'd love to see what you're rocking. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, it's not just about the toys, it's about the story behind them. Catch you next time.